Good morning, my lovelies. I thought I would start with a honey video to start your day off right. Lie down, honey. Oh, she dropped her treat. Lie down. I'll show you how good she is. Lie down. Not being so good. Sit. Good girl. There you go. Lie down. And today we're going to read about what does that day at the beach really mean in the Sussex household. It's a prediction video. And just before we get into the prediction, here's Apollo. So cute. So cute. What is the general energy behind Harry and Meghan going to that day at the beach? Prince Archie, let's just call him Archie, in the swimming school. Do you think that was a real, those images were real? Do you think they were fake? What do you think they showed? Let's see what the card says. What was the general energy on the day? Particularly the energy of Meghan and Harry. But we'll come to the individual energies. But the energy, summons. She told him, get your ass down to the beach. These stupid divorce stories are coming out, and we need to look like one big happy family. Completely, totally Meghan's idea. She thought this is going to set some divorce rumors to rest. You don't understand, Harry. You don't understand. I've got to look like the princess. I've got to look like the mom. Don't forget, reminding us all, the idiot viewers, I'm a mom. What she doesn't realize is all these things that she thinks, or she claims, or she says in such a heroic way, like, he woke up in the middle of the night, and I spent the whole night cuddling him. I could have gone back to bed, but I didn't. Remember that? From the Jamie Lean Kerner, or was it one of the other, Emma Greedy podcast? Yeah, so they've gone to, maybe, they've gone to the beach, and Archie's had a day or a few hours at surf school. So what? Did you see how many kids were there? That's a normal thing. But she's rubbing it in our faces. I don't know why. Message in the upside down. Message to the royal family, but they're just not engaging. They're not engaging. Oh. Honestly, look what a wonderful mother I am. Movement. She's hoping that the royal family will change their mind and see what a good person she is. So this was the overall energy of the day out, and now we're going to swap decks. This is a deck for Meghan's energy. But so although I was asking about the overall energy, it came out very strongly as Meghan, orchestrated by Meghan. Yeah, okay. Let's read Meghan's energy. And what does it predict for Meghan's future? That's the intention card, the intention of... And look, it's two-faced, it's backwards and forwards. It's not letting go of the past. There's the Orca card. And for me, this card, and it came up in the upside down, the Orca card always means orchestration. So orchestrated by Meghan, but people are seeing right through it. If this was supposed to dispel divorce rumours, it did the exact opposite, because in the footage, Harry and Meghan were hardly ever near each other. They didn't send loving glances like Catherine and William do. They didn't really have any interaction. It was very cold, very icy. And this rhinoceros card with the big horn is always my card for virility. And in this context, we're reading the future energy of Meghan. It's Meghan wears the pants. Meghan wears the pants in the house, and in any divorce, she's going to be the one, or she thinks she's going to be the one calling the shots. My question has been for recently, if Harry is not earning any income, and she supposedly has this fantastically successful business, which she wants us to try and believe, will she have to pay alimony to Harry? Oh, there we go. That's the royal family. And her future, this is her in her mind. She's the one who wears the pants. She should have been the queen. But actually, she's always going to be on the outside looking in. She's going to be on the outside looking in. And there's a Wolverine card, the hunter, in the upside down. She stalked the royal family. She tried to be better than the royal family. But all this day at the beach proves is that she will always be on the outside looking in. And this royalty card here is her obsession with royalty, but she's not capable of, maybe she is capable, she's not willing to do what it takes to be a royal. Now, for some reason, I find these true crime oracle cards read Harry's energy very well. So what does that day at the beach foreshadow for Harry? What does it predict for Harry? Oh, look at that. Family. That's interesting. Well, it's portraying family. It's portraying the family that he wanted. But look, there's a caregiver card. Yeah. I'm getting very much from that is that he's, as we all suspect, he's not a well man. What if she's threatening him with the children? But of course, she's made him dependent on her. In my opinion. Justice. Ooh. Okay. Affair. Who's having the affair? Okay, cards. These are very interesting. I'm not sure what's happening. Justice could signal the divorce on its way. Affair. That looks more like Harry than it does like Meghan. Does it signal that he's had enough, or does it signal that she's having an affair? It's a very unhealthy relationship, whatever it is. Protecting for the future. Long dark tunnel, and that tunnel often reminds me of, obviously, Princess Diana's tragic passing. But it could also be there's still a way to go in this dark marriage. But look, there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm wondering if this affair card was that what he was doing in Botswana. Boat, that's for me, is always a travel overseas card. Does that mean he's ready to go back to the UK, or maybe ready to go to a different country? Maybe ready to go and live in Botswana. Missing. And this envelope, and it's interesting, I was watching Mystical Fortunes reading yesterday. I'm trying to remember the topic that Shanta was reading on. It was Harry and Meghan. But she also got this boat, and she got this missing. But for me, it's this letter, this communication. Overseas communication. Maybe he's having the affair with somebody who's overseas, and he's missing them. And that's what the communication's all about. And maybe it's maybe Megan's become aware of it, and that's why she said, "Get your ass down to the beach." And look at that. Shanta also got the life insurance card. She was reading with this deck. Ooh. And like her, I don't like the energy around that card. I do not like the energy around that card. That to me is, we're predicting Harry's future. That's not a card I want to see. Road again, more travel. Hit the road, Jack. Oh, I'm getting the energy that I'm getting for prediction for Harry as to what does this day at the beach mean is very confused and confusing, and I think he doesn't know what his future holds. Party. He just wants to go out and have fun. Travel. He is at the end of his tether. Ooh. What else cards? They're not on the same page, those two, for sure. She still wants to continue a charade, and he's done with the charade. Revenge. Oof. We know that Meghan is a very vengeful person, but I don't like that knife card coming out next to the life insurance card. And another knife card. Homicide. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know if that's literal homicide or if that's his dreams have been killed, his dreams have been murdered. His future's basically been stolen from him. And then look at that, another very violent card coming out. Dismemberment. This could be literally a violent crime, or it could be taking him apart in a divorce. I wonder if this life insurance might refer to, some people think that she's got some dirt on Harry, and that's her insurance. Celebrity, that reminds me of P. Diddy, I don't know. Okay. Accomplice partner in crime. It all started at their wedding. Oof. And there's the devil card. Comes up so often when I read on Harry and Meghan. And normally I get that the devil card is Meghan, but we were asking about Harry and Harry's energy, the energy around Harry, and that devil card to me is just, it's nothing good. Lies, deceit. It could be a violent end waiting for Harry. And from the look of him, he's still on drugs, and every time he gets high, there's a risk. There's a risk. Just look at Matthew Perry. He did drugs for decades and then just get a bad batch or something. Okay, we're just going to read Harry's energy, predicting projection. He wishes he had a happy family. Dependency, he's still dependent on Meghan. Neglect, she neglects him emotionally, and I wonder if this is the kids that are being neglected as well. Isolation. Yeah, she's got him really isolated, and I think the day at the beach made him realize even more just how isolated he is. Attachment. He's still attached to the royal family way of life. Trauma, yeah, he is mentally, emotionally shattered. Suppression. He suppressed his feelings for so long, and look there at the bottom of the deck is guilt. Guilty that he didn't take his mum's final call. Guilty that he's not the type of father he wanted to be. He's insecure, so he really doesn't know what is the right way to parent. Oh, his greatest fear is fading into security, obscurity, and look at that betrayal. Meghan has betrayed him. Shame. He's living a life of shame, and look at that illusion. They're both creating an illusion, and that's the marriage. The marriage that's an illusion. Now, I take no pleasure in the breakdown of their marriage. I honestly do not. But it's just kind of inevitable. You can't be such a wicked, malicious person and then expect to have a good marriage. If you're wicked and malicious to other people, it's going to come back at you at some stage. And so what do you think? What do you think? Do you think it was just a nice day at the beach, that I'm reading too much into it? Please like if you do, and subscribe if you haven't. But I really would be interested in your comments on this one, because I think we could all tell that there was something not quite right with that day at the beach. But what was it? What was it that wasn't right about it? They didn't speak to each other. No, from the photos we saw, of course, that was just a snapshot. All right, my lovelies, you have a fantastic day, and may the angels walk with you now and always.